Hi guys, it's Gifford here, and this is the first in my series of Live for 5 Facebook Lives in which I invite you to test my brain, because I'm going to be using some short lives to just showcase some little nuggets of wisdom and to solve some of your burning pains around content creation and workflow and creative thinking in 5 minutes at a time. So I'm on the clock right now for 5 minutes. And the first question is from Sharon Woodcock, who says, how do you prepare to really get into your creative genius zone? So this is a brilliant question because, we want, if we know that you want to create some work, you want to create some really interesting stuff, you just need to get yourself into that workflow zone. There's a couple of things that I would say. Number one is knowing what gets you in that zone. So set the scene that will really help yourself. And this can take some little bit of experimentation, really. So knowing if you need to have a quiet atmosphere or if you need to use, some music, some great stuff that I love to work to. If you go to Spotify, you can find some focus music, which helps your brain to get in that zone, or also on YouTube, there's some playlists that can use, some brain frequency waves just to get you focused. I also love to work to sort of drum and bass and house music for me also works, but that's trial and error. Maybe it's Bach or Beethoven for you, but whatever works, start to experiment and to see what helps get you in the zone. I know that my little recipe is a flat white coffee, a focused playlist, and to cut down everything else around me. So rather than having notifications popping up or anything scheduled, I use the newsfeed eradicator on Chrome, and I cut down the newsfeed from Facebook. I shut down everything else on my mobile phone, and I just use that time to let my brain explore. So I've got 4 minutes left. So the other thing about knowing what gets you in the creative genius zone is to have set the way beforehand by doing something slightly new every day. So if we do the same stuff day after day after day, we're not going to have any new experiences or any new information or stimulus to help your brain to sort of come up with some creative ideas. So a great practice to get into is to make sure that you do something slightly new every day. So whether it's listening to a new podcast or watching a different video or walking a different route home or trying a different coffee or ordering a different wine or whatever it is, try something new every day that will give you a new perspective. That's a really powerful thing. So you need to be feeding your creative well on a daily basis, and then understanding what gets you into that flow. So for some people, you might need to change your environment. So perhaps you work better outside of your office or your house, and you find that you need to have a cafe or perhaps a really quiet space. So some people might need to be surrounded by people. So trial and error with your creative space. Hi, Amy. Will wine help your business? Wine will absolutely help your business, Amy. You know that. That's a key component, but that's a great thing because for some people, Amy, relaxing with a glass of wine might get them into that creative genius mode. So for some people it's coffee, for some people you might need to have a whole new environment. So trial and error, knowing, if you notice when you're really in that zone, pay attention to what's happening around you, because you can build on that and you can actually help yourself to get into that flow state a lot faster by noticing when you're in it. So for me, whenever I need to, get some creative work done, or I'm responding to a brief, or I'm, intentionally sort of putting myself into that creative zone, I will have some go-to playlists. I'll have something like a coffee and a banana, shut down everything else around me and just be in that space for an hour at a time. For me, that works, is to be in there for an hour at a time. So that's how I prepare for it. And also by doing something new every day really helps fill my creative well. So I would urge you guys to look at what helps you be, sort of notice when you're in that creative zone, notice when you are flowing and you're working really easily and it's all going nicely for you. Just, so take a moment to notice that so that you can replicate it again and again. That's my 5 minutes done. If you want to ask me any questions for my live for 5, I'm going to post the link down below to a Google Doc that you can post your question and I'll be answering them all week. So I'll see you soon. Bye.